What's up, everybody? What's good, fam? I am Coco Divine. Welcome to King Infinity Inc. TV, where the possibilities are infinite. And in today's video, we're going to jump right into it. I'm not going to even hold you. I hate wasting time, so I'm not going to waste yours. I have a presentation set up for Digital Wealth Academy and my affiliation with said company as King Infinity Inc. So let's jump right into it.
It's my time, think it's my year, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my been ready. Used to hold myself back, my self-esteem.
So, for those who have never seen my face, who have no clue who I am, my name is Coco Divine. I'm also Courtney King. I have books available on Amazon.com, ready and available for purchase right now. If you search my name in Amazon, you'll see all the books that I have available. I also graduated from an HBCU, Savannah State University, right in my hometown, Savannah, Georgia. I graduated with a degree in English, creative writing. I also did a minor in marketing, mass communications, and business management. I'm a mother to two beautiful, handsome sons that I love very much, that are awesome kids. They're grown now, but they're still my babies. I also am the owner of King Infinity Inc. That is my business, my LLC that I started in 2019. I started out all over the place, had no clue what I was doing, but I knew that I had to do something to change my life around from the 9 to 5 grind. Okay. So with all of those wonderful things that I just mentioned, my life has had a lot of ups and downs. Okay. So my life has not been perfect. For as much good things that has happened to me and as many accomplishments that I have made, I've also had an equal amount of failures. Okay. So to look at me right now, you would never know that you're looking at somebody that's a convicted felon. You would never know that you're looking at somebody who just in 2021 was homeless, sleeping in the back of her car. You wouldn't look at me and think that I used to be a dancer. You wouldn't look at me and think that I was addicted to smoking marijuana every day and drinking every day. Somebody who suffered from very, very heavy, high functional, what do they call it? High functioning depression, where you're depressed, but you don't let other people know it. And they would never know just by looking at you because you don't let people in to know, what's really going on with you. Right. So for all of those things that I just mentioned, yes, those are challenges that I faced in my life, but I found a way to turn my stumbling blocks into stepping stones. And that's one of the things about me. I always, no matter what, no matter how hard a situation is, I never let anything keep me down for too long. Okay. So in all of that, I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of my origin story, my background, so that you know that I'm a normal person. I'm normal, just like you. I face challenges, and I also make sure that for as great of the challenges that I face, I also turn them around and I make success out of those challenges. Okay, and that is my brand, King Infinity. That is what my brand is about. My brand is about helping other people to see the greatness within themselves, to see what their God-given talent is, their skills, what their life purpose is, and to help them walk in that purpose. Okay. So that is my theme that is my mission statement for my business, King Infinity. Okay. And in 2024, which was last year, I don't know when you're watching this video, but in 2024, May is when I found the Digital Wealth Academy. Okay. And that is what helped me to transform the trajectory of my business from being all over the place, providing all of these different services to one client at a time. I'm a solopreneur, so there's just me and my business. So I don't have a staff or anything yet, but it's coming. Okay. So I had to be everything for everybody. And it was pulling me away from what my goals and my dreams were, because I had to stop and really spend time servicing a client in order to bring income into my business. And I quickly realized that was not the way to go in business, especially starting off by yourself as somebody with no support, no financing, no backing, no partner. You know what I'm saying? Everything is just all on you. You're bootstrapping everything. I realized that starting out with a service-based business as a solopreneur was not the way to go. Okay. And that's why I fell in love with the Digital Wealth Academy's business model, because it is the best business model that I've ever seen. It teaches you how to put systems in place. And when I say systems, I'm talking about an acronym that means it stands for saving yourself time, energy, and money. Okay. So it teaches you how to put systems in place. It uses AI to help you to have a way that your business can run on autopilot while you do other things and enjoy your life. Okay. So that's what we're going to get into right now. All right. So when I started my business, King Infinity Inc., like I said, it was 2019. I had no clue what I was doing. So I got my LLC, and what I did back then, I I said, okay, my business is me. I'm going to sell my services and my skills to people because that's what I knew. That's what I loved. And they say, when you start a business, you have to start with what you know, and what can be of service to others. Right. And for me, that was my writing skills. That was my business communication skills. I knew how to do graphic design. I knew how to do, how to do website design, how to do web content for people. This was before Chat GPT. So people, they didn't like figuring out what to write or what to say or, things like that. So that's where I came in handy. I was Chat GPT for people back then. Okay. So that's where my business started. I started doing a lot of services for people. I was doing resume writing. I was doing business plans for people. I was even doing ghostwriting for people that were in the studio doing songs or whatever. I was helping other people write their books and their memoirs. And one thing that I quickly realized was I was spreading myself too thin. I wasn't making the type of money that I really wanted to make. And when you're first starting out, they tell you, oh, do freelance, do a lot of stuff for free and all of this kind of stuff. So I started out doing that, but I quickly found out that I was getting used by a lot of people because I was giving them excellent services. And, some of them, they were spreading word of mouth. I did get some referrals here and there, but the amount of services that I was doing was not adding up to, I still had bills to pay. I still had, at that time, my sons they were in high school. So I still had children, to take care of. So I quickly realized that having a service-based business that's dependent solely on you're the only one doing everything for your business, because when you're an entrepreneur, you wear all the hats. Okay. You're everything. You're the business owner. You have to do all the administrative tasks. You have to do all the financial side of everything. You have to do all of the advertising, marketing for yourself. You have to be your videographer, your editor, your everything. Okay. Like I was wearing so many hats. I was all over the place and I was stressed out and I did not have the revenue. You know what I'm saying? My business was making some money, but it wasn't enough to, to justify how tired I was. And also all of the things that I needed to do, and also to scale and to grow, because you need funding and resources in order to grow a business, to scale it up. Okay. And I knew that I needed help, but I didn't have enough money to pay myself, let alone an employee. So I was, for a long time, I was stuck at just one level. And I just could not figure out what was going on. So I started doing a lot of research. I had analysis paralysis for a couple of years because I was on YouTube every day trying to get all of the information I could for free. And let me tell you something, you can get a lot of good information off of YouTube or anywhere, Google. Now there's Chat GPT. Back then there wasn't. But you can only get to a certain level and then you kind of plateau off on the free information. So then I started researching mentors, right? I said, I need to get a mentor so that I can get some help to guide me along in the next, where I need to go next. Right. So I started looking into mentors, and all the mentors that I was interested in, their programs cost tens of thousands of dollars. Okay. If it wasn't 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, it was 10,000, 12,000, 18. You know what I'm saying? And I understand that they do have to be paid for their time and their services, and they're helping you to make tens and hundreds of thousands of dollars. So I understood, why they were charging those prices. But me just starting out, I did not have that kind of money. I didn't have that kind of money to invest for a mentor. You know what I'm saying? So I just kept researching. I said, there's got to be another way. I just kept researching. I kept grinding. You know what I'm saying? By this point, I had given up on corporate America, and I started doing food delivery, started doing DoorDash, I started doing Instacart. I started doing delivery packages for Walmart Spark, just doing different little gig apps. And that's basically what helped me to get through and survive without having a regular job. So I was doing that. I was exhausted because I was spending like 8, 10, sometimes 12 hours or more a day doing deliveries, right? Then I was still trying to get, my content together. I was learning about content creation. I was learning about social media and things like that. And I was getting really frustrated because I didn't understand how I was like, well, my message is positive and I'm doing positive things and I don't hardly get any likes or views. I don't hardly have any followers. And then I was looking at other people that were doing things that weren't positive, or they might have had a business or whatever. And in my mind, I'm like, man, to me, of course, you always think your stuff is good. You think your stuff is better than somebody else, right? But I'm like, man, my business is better than that. Or, I was comparing myself. Okay. And let me tell you, comparison is the thief of joy. Okay. Do not compare yourself to anybody. It doesn't matter if they started at the same time as you. It doesn't matter if they have the same, if they're in the same industry as you, it doesn't matter. Those external factors do not matter. Okay. I think what really matters is your timing and how hard you go for yourself. So I just had to keep figuring out how to go hard for myself. Okay. And then I started stumbling across people talking about Digital Wealth Academy, started talking about digital products and digital marketing. And I'm like, I'm kind of already in that arena. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I could just niche down my business instead of saying I do all these other services, just niche my business down and say that I'm in digital marketing and digital products, because basically that's what my business was. So that's when I came across and found Digital Wealth Academy. Okay. So now King Infinity Inc. is a digital marketing agency that creates digital products, and we specialize in the MMR and the PLR, which is master resale rights and private label rights. Okay. And I also do the done for you products. I assist my clients with turning their intellectual property into valuable digital assets. Okay. And my business found the new direction in May 2024 after collaborating with DWA, the Digital Wealth Academy. So, what is the Digital Wealth Academy? All right. So, the Digital Wealth Academy is the one stop shop when it comes to monetizing online with digital marketing. It's a course that empowers aspiring entrepreneurs with the high income skills and the knowledge needed to establish and run a thriving online business. Okay. And that's one of the things that I love about Digital Wealth Academy is that I was able to merge King Infinity Inc. into what they already had going on. And it just melted perfectly because, like I said, I already had my LLC for a few years. Basically, last year was my fifth year anniversary. 2024 was my fifth year business anniversary. And if that goes to tell you anything, I don't know if it was just me, but I was having such a hard time. Okay, I was having a hard time. And until I got with this program, this is the program that gave me the direction, the focus of where I should be taking my business. And they gave me the step-by-step instruction to structure my business and foundation it, to give it the foundation that it needed to scale it properly. Okay. And I credit all of that to Digital Wealth Academy, because before them, I felt like I had ADHD, I was neurodivergent and all of that good stuff. Like, I didn't know which way I was coming or going. I was trying to scramble. I was burning myself out. I was basically working 24 hours a day. Because like I said, I was doing food deliveries during the day. At nighttime, I would be on my laptop, crushing it. While I was delivering food during the day, I'm listening to podcasts. I'm listening to tutorials and things like that, and on webinars and all kind of stuff while I'm doing food delivery. I wouldn't even be listening to music. You know what I'm saying? I would just be trying to figure out how can I get my business to be successful. And that was my determination and my drive. Okay. So what is MRR and PLR? I know a lot of people are like, what in the world is that? Okay. So MRR and PLR are the lingo that we use here in digital marketing. So they are acronyms. So MRR stands for Master Resale Rights. Okay. And what that is, it's the type of license that allows you to resell a digital product. And it also allows you, when you resell it to your customers, they also get that same license and they can resell it themselves as well. Okay. Now, PLR is private label rights. Now, what that means is that that's a digital product that you purchase that you have the option to edit, rebrand, customize any way that you would like, and then you can resell it again as your own product. And you get to keep 100% of the profit. Now, the difference between these two, the best analogy that I came up with to explain the difference between MRR and PLR is this. Say you're buying a car, okay? You buying a car, you go to the lot, you get in a factory, what do they call it? A factory model stock standard vehicle. Okay. It's nice, but it's just a stock factory model car, right? Let's say this car is black. So you go in there and they say, okay, you can get this car exactly the way it is. All you have to do is pay us $500. You get to drive away with the car. However, you cannot make any customizations to this car. You can't put rims on it. You can't tint the windows. You can't get it painted a different color. You have to leave it exactly as is. You're buying the car as is. So you're like, okay, cool, $500. I don't mind. It's a nice looking car. I'll still drive it off the lot. Then they say, well, along with you buying this car for $500, we're going to give you this license, kind of like a bill of sale. But this license allows you, if anybody else sees this car that you're driving and they like it, and they come here and they tell us that they got the referral from you, you'll still get they'll get the car for $500 as well, and you will get credit for that sale, right? That's kind of like how MMR works. You're buying a digital product. Let's say, just like the Digital Wealth Academy, it's a course. They don't want you to go in and customize and change anything in that course to make it your own, because technically it's not. They want it to stay the same because that is their product. You are just doing the promotions for them and you're getting a commission for that promotion, right? So with the private label rights, the difference between that is, let's say, like within Digital Wealth Academy, they give you certain free products. I won't say free, they're included with the program. They give you what's called, it's in the content vault, and they're done for you digital products that have the private label rights license with them. So these products you can customize and make your own, meaning, like for me, I like to go in, I like to change my pictures that are in these materials. I would change my fonts, colors to match my brand colors of King Infinity Ink and things like that. And then I can go out and sell those products. It has a cap, a limit, like you can't go below a certain price. They'll let you know, hey, you can't sell these for less than X amount of dollars, but you can sell it for more if you would like. So you can recustomize the PLR products as your own and sell those. Okay. And then when people buy those products from you, they can do the same thing. They can take a ebook that you sold them and they can change it around. They can add their own experience into it. They can put their name on it and things like that. And then that makes it theirs. So that's the difference between MRR, master resale rights, and PLR, private label rights. Now we are talking about my favorite type of digital product, and that is the done for you digital products. The reason why these are my favorite is because they are already made for you. Okay. They are ready to use. As soon as you buy them, they email you the link or the download and you upload it into Canva or whatever it is. You can instantly go ahead and start customizing it and making it your own. You're not starting from scratch. You're not starting from a blank page. You have like a template that you can use, and then you can customize it however you want it and make it what you want it to be. Okay. Then you can turn around and resell it. And then your customers that purchase from you have the option of doing the same thing. So it's basically like a reusable template that everybody can share. Okay. But by the end of everybody customizing it, it may not look the same. It'll look totally different. Okay. And that's what I love about done for you digital products, because they save you so much time, especially when you're doing this as your business and you're doing this constantly over and over again, all day, every day. This saves you so much time because you don't have to start from a blank page. Like, oh my God, I got to go and find pictures. I got to figure out how to place this here and put this over there. I got to add an animation. No, all of that. The basics of it is already the foundation of what you want to make is already there. You're just adding your own flavor and swag to it. Okay. So that's why these are my favorite type of digital products. Okay. So let's talk about the power of digital products. Okay. So digital products like ebooks, online courses, templates, and guides, they offer unlimited earning potential by leveraging what you know, your intellectual property, in order to create and let you create it once and then you sell it repeatedly. Okay. And that's why I love digital products, because you only have to do the work one time. The only way, the reason why you will probably revisit something is if you want to make some updates and changes. And like sometimes you may want to tweak something. Like if it's been out for a while, maybe some information might be new or updated, or maybe some things might be old and outdated and you might want to change it. That's the only reason why you would probably have to go back in and redo a digital product that you made in the past, because once you do it, it's good forever. Okay. Unless I say like you need to make some updates and changes. All right. This business model allows you to tap into passive income. The passive income comes on in the aspect of, like I said, once you do it once, usually it's one and done. You don't have to worry about it. You can set it and forget it. Okay. So that is the passive side. But don't forget, on the front end, you do have to put in a lot of work. You do have to get yourself known. You do have to get yourself out there. You do have to make people aware that you have this digital product for sale, or nobody's going to buy it. They're not going to know about it. So that's where the hard work comes in on the front end, where you have to really grind in the beginning to get your name, your face. If you want to do it faceless, that's another thing. Some people do digital marketing faceless, and that's fine. But you do have to get your audience to know, like, and trust you before they purchase anything from you. So that comes with a lot of work on the front end. That comes with a lot of posting on social media. That comes with a lot of just really, you might not see a lot of reward in the beginning. I'm just going to be totally honest. Those first couple of days, a couple of weeks, a couple of months, maybe, you know what I'm saying, longer than that, you might not get any traction on social media. You might feel like you're just posting for no reason, but you cannot stop. You have to keep going and push past that little dip phase, okay? You have to keep going until people start noticing and taking, notice of you. Just think of it like a relationship. Like if you're just starting to see somebody and, you guys are in contact every day, at first you don't want to be too thirsty. You know what I'm saying? You want to play a little, a little hard to get, you know what I'm saying? But the more that you see the person, the more you start liking them, the more you guys spend time together, the more you get to know each other. You know what I'm saying? Then you expect, like, if you don't hear from that person for a day or two, you're like, okay, you done went ghost. Like, what's going on? So think of it like that. You're building a relationship with people that don't know you. Okay. So you have to put yourself out there and you have to be willing to understand, okay, this is just a low phase before it's like a dip. You start here, you're high, you're excited, you're doing everything. Then it's going to be like, yeah, because you're going to be like, man, I'm not getting any views. I'm not getting no likes. I'm not getting engagement. I don't have any followers, subscribers, whatever platform you're on. And then you're going to start to see a slow, steady upward, tick. So you just have to make it through that little low phase before you can get to the passive income side. Okay. All right. So just remember that this business model is going to help you to stop trading your time for money, working 40 hours a week, doing something you don't like, as opposed to working a few hours a day, doing something that's very much easy to do, that, you don't have to spend too much time on, and you just really have to keep and be consistent. Okay. And execute. Okay. I know I hate the word consistency because everybody's using it, but it's true. But it's not just being consistent. You have to consistently execute. Okay. Consistently execute on posting, consistently and execute on showing up, consistently execute doing a live, consistently execute about talking to people that you might even just meet just in the grocery store or getting gas or whatever. You have to constantly be promoting yourself and promoting your business. Okay. All right, so now let's talk about why digital products are a strong industry for 2025 and beyond. Okay, so as we know right now, the economy is and everything is crazy. There's high inflation. People are getting laid off left and right. People hate their jobs. A lot of people are quitting. A lot of people want to start businesses, but they have no clue what to do, where to start, all of that kind of stuff. This is why I love this business model. The business model that DWA has came up with is perfect for people in those types of situations. They don't know where to start. They may have already, like me, like I already had a business, but I didn't know how to, what direction to take it in order to be more successful and more organized in my business. And I like this industry also because it fits into everybody's business model, because every business needs marketing. I don't care if you're a hairstylist, you're a lash tech, you're a barber, you do lawn care, you are a car salesman, whatever your profession is, you need to advertise. You need marketing, right? Even if it's just word of mouth, you need marketing. So the skills that you're going to learn in here can be applied to any industry. Okay. And that's what I love about this business model. Okay. You can use the skills that you learn here and apply it to whatever industry or business you already have established. Right. Okay. And if you don't have any idea what you want to do, I think starting here will give you a good foundation, and then you can branch off into like whatever other dreams, hopes, and all the aspirations that you have. At least you'll have the foundation set, and you can utilize the funds that you make from this business model to invest in other business ventures, right? Okay, so number one says scalability and passive income potential. So digital products can be sold repeatedly without inventory costs, because you don't have to have physical. It's not physical products. Everything's online. Everything is digital, saving the environment because it's paperless. Okay. You're creating opportunities for passive income and scalability with minimum overhead. So you are paying a one-time fee to get lifetime access to Digital Wealth Academy, right? So you paying that one-time fee, but you got the skills, resources, you got the community, all of that stuff for the lifetime, your lifetime. Okay. So you're always going to get updates. You're always going to get new materials. You're always going to get, you're always going to be able to have the resource of going into the community and asking questions. You're always going to be able to participate in all of the master classes and all that kind of stuff, right? So it's well worth the ticket price. And the scalability of passive income, like I said, comes after you have applied everything that you're learning in this course to your business. And then after you get after you get your follow, you don't even need a huge following, but you just need loyal followers that are going to convert into customers. Okay. They may not buy the course, but they may buy a bundle from you. They may buy a journal planner. They may buy some pictures that you have set up. Sometimes I do AI picture bundles, for certain things. Like there's skincare, there's fitness, there's pets. Like people need pictures and stuff to put on their website. And some people don't like spending time scrolling through just a bunch of different random websites looking for good quality pictures. So if you compile all that stuff, you have it ready. I mean, you can make a quick sale just from doing that. Okay. Something simple. Right. So that's what I mean about scalability. You might start off with just one or two things. You may start off just selling the course, but once you find out and learn more about creating digital products and start creating your own, or you may even just go to somebody else's storefront and buy some of their PLR products that you can customize as your own. And then you just add those to your store. You just compiling a library of things that can be sold repeatedly over and over again to different people. Okay. So that's where the scalability comes in and the passive income aspect. Then it's in high demand. So we have a high demand right now for online learning and solutions. People want to know things. People want to understand how to do things. People want to know how to make money. People want to know how to survive this economy, right? So the demand is high for digital products, right? Ebooks, online courses, templates. Now we have like memberships people can buy. There's just all kinds of stuff that is available that you can create. You know what I'm saying? Like this, what I'm doing right now, like this presentation, I could turn into a webinar or something like that. You can charge people money to view it. I'm not going to do that because this is free information that I'm giving away, but I'm just giving you an example. Just say it was a different type of presentation that was actually going in depth and showing certain things. You could package that and charge money for it. It'll be, like a mini course or whatever that you created on your own. Actually, there's a module in DWA that tells you and shows you and teaches you how to create your own course. So you don't necessarily just get into it and sell their product. You can get into it and learn from it and sell your own course. Okay. The high demand, and then you have location independence and flexibility. That means you can work from anywhere. As long as you got your phone, a laptop, and Wi-Fi, you are golden. You can work from anywhere. You don't have to be stuck in one location 8 hours a day. You don't have to just work from home. You can work at a coffee shop one day. You can work at a bookstore with Wi-Fi the next day. You could be on the beach. As long as you got a signal, you're good. You know what I'm saying? And also, like I said, you don't have to spend 8 hours a day doing this unless you want to. You know what I'm saying? Some people do work it full time. You don't have to spend that much time. You can spend 2 or 3 hours posting your things for the day, scheduling outposts, stuff like that, responding to emails, responding to comments, recording content that you editing, or those are the types of activities that you're going to be doing to build your brand awareness. But the rest of the day, you're doing what you want to do. Okay. And not saying it's going to be like that in the beginning, because you do have to build up your income. Okay. You do have to start getting sales before it can become passive, like I said. All right. So just be aware, you are going to have to put in some work, honey buns. All right. This is not for the weak. Okay. This is not something that you can just get in and drag your feet or expect somebody to hold your hand the whole time. Like the people that sign up through me, I do a little bit of whole handing in the beginning. I do have one-on-one consultations where people can, get to me and ask me questions and things like that. But this is a business where you have to learn for yourself. It's self-sufficiency. A lot of things you can Google, you can ask ChatGPT, or you can go in the community tab and you can ask, and everybody will chime in and give you your answer like right away. Okay. So, this is not, for somebody that is lazy, that doesn't want to put in the work, or that wants somebody else to do everything for them and then they just sit back and reap the benefits. It's not going to work for you. I'm telling you right now, it's not that kind of business model. Okay. So the passive income is on the back end, not the front end. I just want to make that very, very clear. Okay. Why digital products is a recession proof industry. So this year in 2025, they are estimated to be worth $74 billion. Okay. So according to JP Morgan, the digital product market alone is expected to be worth $74 billion in 2025. That's billions with a B, mind you. Okay. So I don't want to hear about, oh, it's oversaturated, everybody's doing it. I don't care. How much do you think you could do with 1/10 of that money? Even if you make $1 million out of the billions of dollars on the table, that's enough for everybody. That's enough for everybody to go around. So you find what you have to do is make it your own, find your own lane, find what makes you unique, find what makes you stand out from everybody. Then you will attract the right crowd to you. Everybody's not going to be attracted to the same thing. Certain people might not like me for whatever reason. Certain people might gravitate toward me and love me. There's going to be different people that gravitate towards different messages. There might be different age demographics. So, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. You may have people that are just in your age bracket that like you, and the young people might not fuck with you. Like you just got to be in your own lane, and you got to be confident enough to present yourself so that people will gravitate towards what you have to offer. Right. So I don't want to hear about oversaturation. I don't believe in that. There's enough for everybody. Okay. We live I don't know about y'all, but the God that I serve, he makes sure that I have everything. All my needs are met. I'm in the right place at the right time. He gives me all the right connections. I'm the daughter of a king. So therefore, why am I not allowed to live in luxury? Why am I not allowed to have abundance in my life? That's how you got to think. Okay. That's how you got to be, because I'm telling you, with the trillions and billions of dollars that this one industry is projected to be worth, in a time where everything is uncertain, in a time where nobody, the job market is uncertain, the stock market is going up and down, all of that kind of stuff. You have to kind of put blinders on to the outside world and just focus on you and your family and co-create the world that you want to see. And that's what you're gonna experience. All this other stuff is distractions, trying to keep you from what's yours and what's your birthright, trying to discourage you from living the life that you deserve. That's your birthright. Okay. So don't worry about oversaturation. Find your lane. Find what makes you unique. Okay. You might be funny. You might be, somebody might gravitate towards you because you're a comical type person. People need to laugh. We love to laugh. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes I follow other digital marketers just because of their personalities and I like their content. You know what I'm saying? And I get ideas from them. You never know. You just have to find what works for you and copy people, copy me, copy whoever that you gravitate towards and you click with. Study their profile, study what kind of content they're putting out, and you try to imitate it in your own way. I'm not saying copy them word for word, but use their style. Use, if they have text on screen and certain types of music, you try to use the same kind of format. It's a formula to all of this. You have to figure out that formula that works for you in your business. Okay. But this is a recession-proof industry. And I love it, because where else are you going to get money on your own terms in this day and age, right? Without working and slaving away at a job that could be going at any time. So that's why I love this industry, and I'm going to advocate for it until it ain't no need to advocate for it no more. All right. So another positive perk to being in digital marketing is that there's a low overhead. Okay. So you're going to pay a small fee to entry, and you're going to gain high yield returns. Okay. So what that means is you're going to pay the one-time fee to get into the course, right? You have lifetime access though, right? So once you resell the course one time, you've already made your money back basically. So basically, technically, you got it for free. Once you make one sale of it, you got it for free, but you got lifetime access. Okay. And you can repeatedly make money over and over again from that same thing. And you didn't have to do anything. You didn't even create it. There's a cost of doing business. If you're not willing to invest in yourself, you're not going to make it in this industry, in this world, because you have to invest in yourself. Even if you're just investing your time and energy into something, you're investing something, right? So if you want to improve your life, there's a cost of doing business. Okay. But that cost, when you look at it into how much you're going to be making, is very minimal. It's very minimal. Okay. And it's on a payment plan. If you don't have the whole thing up front, you can get it on a payment plan and still, gain access to learning. And then once you finish your last payment, then you can resell the course yourself over again. Or you can just sell it one time, get your money back. And it's basically like you got in for free. Right. But it has unlimited earning potential. Like I said, as long as you're putting in all of your work on the front end, once you start seeing your sales coming in, you just have to keep posting. You just have to keep uploading. And then basically, like I said, you work 2-3 hours a day, maybe. You work 2-3 hours, making sure your posts are scheduled. I like to schedule out my posts. That's what's been saving me lately. I don't get online and post that morning every day because that was stressing me out. I like having my posts scheduled out for at least a week. That way I know, okay, if I don't have time to be face forward in front of the camera, at least I know I got something going up. Even if it's some old recycled post from a couple months ago, I'll put it up again, because a lot of times some people don't see it. So you're just recycling. You know what I'm saying? It's not hard. You just have to make sure that what you're putting out is good, because if what you're putting out is not good, it's going to continue to not bring you results. So that's why in the beginning, you're going to be just like testing. You're going to be experimenting with different types of content, different uploads and things like that until you find what your audience likes and what attracts people to your products, right? So once you do that, then that's when you're chilling, because your content is going to get better when you on the beach somewhere and you can just, kind of vlog your life a little bit when you're on vacation and you're working on the beach or poolside. You know what I'm saying? That's when your content is going to get better, and that's when you're going to get even more people. And then, then yeah, you're really going to be passive at that point. But you have to do the cost of business. You have to be willing to invest in yourself in the beginning, and I promise you, it will yield great rewards if you put in that work. Okay, so another thing about digital products is it's flexible income streams that can scale, which means you're going to be having multiple streams of income coming from different places, and you'll be able to scale it over time and increase that income, okay? Or increase the streams of income. So, selling digital products, you're not just restricted to selling in your town or the city that you live or just your state. You are able to sell worldwide because it's an online business. Anybody that can log into your website, log into your landing page, log into your social medias and see your posts on TikTok, Instagram, whatever they have, YouTube. I don't even know all the different ones. I just focus on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. But there's so many different platforms: Facebook, Pinterest. There's whatever, Lemon8, StreamYard. I don't know. There's a multitude of social media platforms, okay, and online platforms where you can advertise your products, okay. So you're not just restricted to, like I said, statewide, citywide. It's global. Not even just the country that you live in. It's global, right? So that's one. Then you're going to be getting paid from your selling of your own digital products. You're going to be getting paid if you get monetized, because right now TikTok monetizes, Instagram monetizes, YouTube monetizes, and I don't know which other ones. Those are three main ones I'm focusing on right now for monetization purposes, because not only do you get paid from your digital products, you're going to be getting paid from that platform for a certain amount of views, however many, likes. I don't know how they do it. It's by views and watch time hours for YouTube. The longer you get people to stay on your platform, their platform, watching your content, you getting paid for it. Then they got TikTok Shop you can start getting into, and all this other different stuff. Then not only that, you get paid from the platforms, you can start doing affiliate marketing like Amazon. Like you can, like in my house, like if I had it all decorated nice and different stuff, I could put affiliate links at the bottom of a video and say, hey, if you like this candle, or if you like this picture, or if you like this whatever, this blanket, here's my affiliate link. And those people are you getting money from affiliate links. You can do collaborations and brand deals. You can collaborate with other, creators or, other content creators. You guys collaborate. Now their audience is your audience, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? And now people are buying more of your products because it's a whole nother demographic of people that you would have never been introduced to had it not been from that collaboration. Brand deals, you're going to get paid from brand deals. People want you to promote their products and services. So you can layer multiple streams of income, and that's another aspect. That's one of my favorites with this with this business model, because it is scalable. You can scale it up. You can make more income. It's just not you being here selling the course. And not only is the possibility there, the course teaches you how to go and get those different streams of income. There's a module in DWA for all of that: affiliate marketing, each one of the platforms from Facebook, Pinterest, TikTok, YouTube. They have all the platforms in there. Instagram, they go in depth on how to grow your audience on there and how to get monetized on those platforms. Okay, so that is another aspect, is that this is very, very scalable, and you will create multiple streams of income. So like I said in the beginning of this video, if you're the type of person, if you're a business owner like me, you're an entrepreneur, if you're just starting out, or if you've been in business, like I was in business for, like I said, 5 years before I came upon this opportunity. But now I'm glad that I'm sharing it with other people who may be just starting out, maybe thinking about starting it, and you just haven't had that that drive or the determination, or maybe you just didn't know what to do next with your, the spark that you have to be an entrepreneur, this would be a great starting point for you, right? Because you want to make sure that you are going to be in an industry that is going to be around. You don't want to get started in something that's here today and going tomorrow. This is why I love this business model, because it's scalable. You can make it into your own thing. Like I said, if you didn't want to get into being an affiliate and doing the courses and all of that, at least learn from the course and apply what you learn, and utilize those skills that you're learning into whatever business that you want to start. Okay. It's just a growing industry. It's in high demand. It's fun. To me, it's fun. Okay. So, I mean, like, it's not for everybody. Not everybody is going to be a digital marketer. Not everybody is going to want to sell digital products. And I get that. But I'm not talking to those people. I'm looking for my people, my audience, people who think that this would be a good industry for them to get started into, right? Okay. So you have to be forward thinking in whatever you do, especially in today's world, in today's economy. So I'm just advocating for people that are looking for a good way to get their foot in the door in a great industry that is projected to be around for a long time and be worth billions of dollars. There's more than enough for everybody. So don't think about oversaturation. Don't think about any of those things. Just think positive, using your intellectual property to make you money. Okay. Just think about it like that. Okay, so we just went through a lot. We just went over a lot of things. So now what? Now, what is your next step? What is it that you're going to do from here on out? What have I motivated you into doing just by watching this video today? Okay, so the first thing that you can do, if you are interested in joining Digital Wealth Academy, the first thing that you can do is go down to the description box. I have put my link down there so you can join through me, Coco Divine. My storefront, the link will take you directly to my storefront where you can buy the course. Okay, you can get joined through DWA. With the course, like I said, if you don't want to pay the full price up front, there is a payment plan available. Okay, there's Klarna, Afterpay, and I think there's some other options for payment plans. I'm not going to say what it is because for everybody it's different, because I know certain ones I think do like a credit check, and some of them just split it up into a certain amount of payments, and it varies for everybody. But if you are interested in Digital Wealth Academy, you can go ahead, get it in the description box below. Okay. If you are not ready to get the course right now, the next best thing that I would suggest is buying a done for you product. Okay. And I have my Infinite Digital Wealth Bundle that is also available in the link below in the description box. This is my bundle that I created. It has over 12 done for you digital products, okay, that you can take, you can recustomize them and sell them as your own. That way you can go ahead and get started with just the basics in digital marketing if you don't have the money to fully invest in the course right now. So the reason why I think this is a good idea for people that are on a budget right now, when you get these products, they're going to teach you about digital marketing, the basic stuff that you need to know. That way you can learn from these products. Then you can turn around, customize them in Canva, and restart reselling them on your own. Okay. That way you don't have to go and invest in the course right away. And the other good thing is that if you start out this way, you can go ahead, get this, start out with that. And the money that you start making from reselling this bundle, you can then use that to get the course if you feel like you still need some extra guidance. Okay. So I think that for people that are on a budget, like I said, this is the next best thing to buying the course, because these guides, each one of them teach you a different aspect of digital marketing. And that way you can just at least get your feet wet and start learning about the industry. You can get your social media pages started. You can start, doing your recording if you want to do YouTube videos or do TikToks or whatever. This is what you need just to get the basics set up and just get the ball rolling. Okay. And then you're not investing a big chunk of your money. You're just investing a small lump sum of money, and then you're going to be able to resell it. So like I said, once you sell the product one time at the price you bought it for, it's basically you're getting it for free. Right. So I would suggest anybody that's interested in starting this way, check out my bundle. Okay. The Infinite Digital Wealth Bundle. And for all my people who are just curious, you're still not sure, you still don't know what this is all about, you don't know if you want to get involved with it, but you just kind of want to learn a little bit more, I have some free guides available also in the link in the description box below. You can go in there. I have 3 different free guides available right now. There's the Fast Track to Digital Wealth, which you see right here. I have another one that's a sneak peek into DWA that gives you a little bit more background into the course and the modules. And I also have a Becoming a Content Creator freebie. All 3 of those are available on my storefront, which you can go to by clicking on the link below. All right, so we have made it to the end of this presentation. Thank you guys for sticking around. I appreciate you so much, and I do hope to work with each and every one of you. If anybody has any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. You can leave them in the comment box below, or you can reach out to me on any of my socials that you see right here. I'm Coco Divine 8 on Instagram and TikTok, Courtney King on Facebook. And right here on YouTube, I am Coco Divine. All right. I love you guys. Have a beautiful day on purpose.